I don't make you happy. All that time you would be complaining. But baby, how come you never call me? But now with MTN, I have a daily voice bundle. I'll call you every day, yeah yo, baby don't dolo. MTN voice bundle, yeah yo, baby don't dolo. MTN voice bundle, yeah yo, baby don't dolo. MTN voice bundle neza bei dondoro okutera network zona tungada chika 25 arishirinjira 10 zonka nyigasta emwe not star ibiri emwe hash otoraneho daily bundle ninga kozesa my MTN app ogambe aha bei dondoro aha kuba kuturi kugamba hamwe twine kizibira MTN enkora n'obushosholeke nibikuratirwa MTN nereberero kitongole cha Uganda Communications Commission.
Abati yansi malinyo tukabaikiriza kandi tuwagundamu na stampu ebyo bwijanja bikukora handwe yezikwawukana malimuka kuguka baine ebyome bikukebera omubiri gwawe biketegereze kikuterebaniza kandi nibakeberera hanuso omutwaro gumugonka baine omubazo gw'okuyigula ebinywa okuterwa omutwe nibajanja bebirwaire by'omutima ulcers pressure omusijja okutakira abakuru hamu n'okuzimba ebigere okurumu omunda nibakora ali amaani gekiseija baine omubazi gwa maani ogw'okwijanja bebirwaire bya maino nibasuubuza green tea
abakaruguza mubasange ha offices zaabwe enkuru buli kya kabiri kya kataano kya mukaaga hamu na kya sabiti aho Muzizi Road haina Stanbic Bank hanju ya Muzeyi Kisembo Akona House abanyamarunda babayo buli kya balaza hasanyuka Band Lodge
ababugwara mubatunge buli kya kasatu aha Executive Bar and Guest House omwamenyo kuizigira abapuyo abatiyansi mubasangeyo kyakana ha Pentagon Bar and Lodge otunulira offices za Apuyo Town Council
habwa nyamirimo yabwe enkure ya Karuguza bakingura kuruga saha ibireza nyenkyakara kuika saha 3 zekiro mu bichweke ebindi batandika saha 3 za nyenkyakara kuika saha 11 bagyo abantu nywena ni mwetwa kweija mukababa memba nanya mukatandika kora na tianshi
kumanya bikukira hotel ha 086 13 0400 na 070 95 23
tianshi together we share.
For how Chinese bantu baingi muno ohulira kyansimba hano nkwata hamugongo ekifuba kikulemera oburumi munyingo omwo baitu hati wekwata ba for how Chinese bano ni bayijanja banokira kimo ebirwaire no biraga nenkoro yawe yekikugu baine byoma ebya meridian therapy nibikonyera okwigula ebinywa kutereza emigongo alinywa bakusasa nibakumara mu busase bona bwino munyingo hati nywa bakuzimbe bigere mugende mubayikire nibakora handwere za maiso nibajanja basukali harusazi okwetaga kusara size okendeza omunyeto gwine oyinekizibu kyokusanyarara hamuna inywa abateirwe stroke niba batereza ni mugaruka okurungi muno aba for how Chinese hano mukaruguza basange ha muhanda gwa Kizizi ogugenda ha Vision hakyombeko kyakona house haine ichundiro lya magiteri yaka opposite Millennium Guest House rundi baterera ha namba zesimu 078 8 8 3 na 0 nkaga na ibiri kinana na isatu anna nemu for how Chinese hamuno bwijanja byo burungi
esaha zikire ibire zekiro ohulirize Kdr 10 fama akaire kanu nikakuleterwa
MTN voice bundles ezikutera network zona habei dondoro migasita 10 ibiri emu hash rundo yekonyeza my MTN app okome mu daily bundle habo kuba butukubaza itwena titukwemerezebwa MTN Uganda Limited nerolerwa Uganda Communications Commission.
A very good evening. It is exactly 8 p.m. My name is Asiimwe. I welcome you to this broadcast of Kdr News. Now, the detail. A Uganda People's Defense Forces UPDF soldier identified as only Afande Rhodes attached to Bubango UPDF had detached has been arrested in relation to a shooting which injured a 26-year-old civilian woman in Bubango village, Bubango sub-county, Kibale district. Afande Rodez allegedly shot Monica Tumusime, aged 26, a resident of the same area, last night at around 11 p.m. following quarrels and fights with bar waitresses and other customers at Seika's bar in Bubango Trading Center. It is alleged that Tumusime was first involved in a fight with her husband Robert Kivingo at their residence away from Seika's bar last night, but decided to take refuge at the bar when the angry soldier shot her, thinking that she was among the bar waitresses that he had quarreled with. According to Captain Maria Mungu, the UPDF officer in charge of Kagadi, Kibali and Kakumiro districts, confirms that Rodez has been arrested and he fired 2 bullets that injured Monica. Captain Maria Mungu reveals that the UPDF soldier has been transferred to Hoima UPDF headquarters for management. Monica Tumusime, whom the bullet passed through her cheek, was first rushed to Imesco Health Center 4, but later transferred to Mubende Referral Hospital, where she is currently receiving treatment. Juliet Nyangoma, an eyewitness, says the soldier was under the influence of alcohol by the time he fired at Monica.
Is the new?
Muleya omukazi wawe batabukire naiba bwamukingira asokere yajya bafande babiri bagamba mutaiki omunju te omukazi yatandika cyali musobororo mu rujuru ate omukazi wabarenga cyali nayoza tubona omusajja nakuraki namuteri isasi nyirukire ningamwe ajija mukurasi twarugayo twamutwaranka ayirwara butumutwayo mu musayine kugenda mungi abaira atabukire nti no musenta n'abantu abo mubara ate twantwereye barakisi bwarabira aho ate izire no busungu yasoka muri yogo avurezo muri yogo omukazi nagenda omusenta natera ki agandi amasasi.
Omuhereza Katende Alinaitwe, the village chairperson in Bubango village, condemns the act, calling for justice to prevail.
Twayesanga mbwaro omuntu omu anyakurasirwe yaterewe isasi lya kanenero kandi yango lyaturuka mu kanenero akandi mbo habaira akasindika ka abataka hamuna owamahe omu tugonza kuhabura leka tuleme kumara gerengerero omuntu tukasangire ensonga zino zikairoho hakabaho kutabuka kuwa muserekalo go n'abataka twaikara chairman Serena aba na Giso na Osi hamuna mukuru wa bamahe twasaba mukuru wa bamahe ahindura muserekalo go habwengeso ze ezibi muno ezihinguraine oba kunyo mwenge akufuka kintu kindi leka tuleme kutwala ebiragiro mu ngaro kikugambe abayiro gwa kutali banuzibwa abamu bayenda kurwana bamaze no kunywa mu nsande kukamanyire nicyo kinya kuleteza muserekalo kulete mbundu kandi yagikozesa kubi yarasa omwisikyo.
Detectives from Kibale police station led by the OC Joseph Ayesiga visited the scene of crime and also ordered for the temporary closure of 2 bars in the Bubango Trading Center as investigations are ongoing. Now, police in Kegegwa district have arrested 5 people in connection with the murder of family members in a house fire in Kiremba village, Ruyonza sub-county. The 5 suspects are currently detained at Kegegwa Central Police Station to aid into police investigations following the suspected gruesome revenge incident that occurred last night at around 1:30 a.m. The suspects are James Tumuine, Robert Gundu, Ambrose Noamani, Godwin Akankwas and Felix Kato, all residents of Ruyonza sub-county. Dismas Aturinde, a son to the deceased who resides in the separate room with the family, narrates that his father Paul Kabatangare, aged 69 years, and siblings including Joseph Mujuni, 13 years, Emmanuel Kwekaza, 5 years, died in the house fire, whereas his mother Agnes Businge, aged 63 years, was chopped to death while outside the house as she tried to rescue children from the fire. Namanya Anna, Chidabo Swabra, Darren Kakama, and Tusabirwe Josephine, who survived the incident with severe fire burns, are now admitted at God's Care Clinic in Impara Town Council Kigegwa district.
kumba mbiyami kurira amashutani ganu kumpa rugishanga hari mbura umukanya kacindo mu rugwaya hate kinyambere mbiye nyime bidomora byamizi bacishukama naka nyoshuka hamizo mu rugura hati kuba mazire beja badero rwiki batasiyo mukazi ubararingaye bazati umushija wanje yaje nambara kutwarwa mukoti yazambara ngwe ati bagaruka side yakuno nanyintunga ka chance ko kwirukanga kagira kashohora kunyiruka nshobora banyirukaho biruka bashuma ati kwiruka bashuma nanyiruka speed hata umuzi kandi nawe ati nakwija kunaguma yemerera wati yinje mpikaru yinjaho hati niho nani mbarebera bona groupe yagira ki yastahira bona nabareba bona.
News trickling in indicates that another child, Darren Kakama, has breathed his last this evening at God's Care Clinic in Impara Town Council, bringing the number of those who have died to 5. Christine Ketaranta, who is a neighbor to this family, also a daughter-in-law to Paul Kabatangari, suspects that the incident could have been as a result of revenge by the suspects following a court ruling in favor of the deceased over land conflicts.
Ijombwire bwa shamushanju bashukegenje amashtampura hera kavuyo mpura mabare nyimuka ndinguruzo mudirisa shanga bashukamiro amashtenje eje mpango erhone yakananya ndinguruzo mudirisa hati nyenda nguntere dirisa shore hati kuntere dirisa niza kushohora umusigaza yisha ayenda ntemo mutwe hati ngaruko munda ukaheza azo mustoha ihamur urhabi ayenda ngwankuruzo urhabi kuba leto urhabi naza kunkura hati nanya nikwe garuko munda leta mashta bagashuka hanje yanje nanya niko kwata mize nkagumanishwa mu rukara hafera mushenkuru mwe ntatazara kabatangare Paulo na nabana babiri nabafitaka ubwo bakatera muzeyi ubwo mushango gubire guriyo umuramuzi yashara mungu babakome nyimwazi babebagarukire bashara mungu babakome wiki yona kusiyo rwo kubanzuru hati yaba kubahurira ngo bashara mungu babakome babata prison niko kwija kustahira.
Some locals, including the neighboring local council 1 chairpersons of Karwenyi village, Mujini Yoweri and Moses Tandeka of Riyonza village, have condemned the shocking incident and also expressed their concern to the judiciary for delaying justice on land-related conflicts.
naterwese mukashamu nana zicuro ko akabatangara abantu babatahira bakabokeza umunju de nabandi bakabatema nsitekateka nebizo by'amataka boko abantu atahwe okoza aho urwari w'amataka mishango taho mukoti baitu nahabwe cyo nijumire ko zurwecho kibire kimunonga
sasire muno kandi tukijumira na muno abantu abakutwara amateka mu ngaro government na muno hansonge zikwateye na mataka bote bamaze mu bwire burayingwa twensaba government ayigezeho na muno musange kwateye na mataka igarure hansi.
Residents led by Tarasisi Ruwabuzizi, the local council 3 chairperson for Riyonza sub-county, condemned the mob justice, also pinning the judiciary for delaying justice on land conflicts, which is the genesis of the murder.
mureke kutware biragiro munga mwe n'abantu kora campaign bakoganizinga bakareta bidomora bakita abantu batihaneri bayibunegera ngo ababikora n'ababishemerwamo umugabo gwabo no mwe n'kwamangwa nimera kwita abantu ngeki ukakimanya ukahunama niyo nikibaruwa kandi yakwika kandi yacyane wahabo kuba niyo nokora ki uriyo mwitsinga abakoziriki family yanyu abakoziriki mwakeno muri yakeno n'abana nabijukuru banyu nake cyo mwakozire ebi byo n'abaramuzi Kimina,
Winnie Chakuhaire, the Deputy Resident District Commissioner Kigegwa, who also rushed to the scene, expresses her concern over the rampant cases of land-related conflicts in the district, vowing to have the matter investigated.
tugerezeho nicyo rukora rito baradisi tukashitoka kumanyamazima hati yozo mu office oco mushango otezere kirembe yo wagucura so ntugezeho kuba mu cha ground konka mwene hiba koroko ibintu byabo mwito ntubatari ntuzakugezaho tubete tugace tushitame nabo hakiri bagume barafitiye mushango banyamushango kwegumane turano hakorga mweki mbwene ekeke nakijumirira n'ikintu kibimunonga kandi mureke kutwarira amateko mu ngaro kandi mugume mutumanyise kandi imba hamza ngo nobu nakorga naza kutaho security aha abo kwa still we are not safe amatakanya nzakare we yahaba we yahona family ye iwo no mangu waguma ho kusya wire.
Very unfortunate incident in Chegegwa. Now, putting that story aside, 7 people have been arrested during an operation to crack down on wetland encroachers in Masindi district. The suspects were arrested at Kidasa Washing Bay in Kidasa 1 Cell, Central Division. Sanon Dala, the Deputy Resident District Commissioner for Masindi, who led the operation, explains that the arrested individuals were illegally operating a washing bay in the wetland which is not gazetted for such.
Esa entobazi tulina be tulina okukoleramu betalina kukoleramu entobazi zino emirimu giringa ebiri je tulina okukoleramu omulimo nambemu kwe kulundiramu ebyennyanja bobanga osobola omulimo ogwokubiri kwe kulundiramu ente kakati guno omulimo gwammwe ogwa washing bay oba okoze emmotoka sije gimu ku mirimo egikirizibwa okukolerwamu bwoba oyeza mmotoka eyo ojja kukozesa sabuni ojja kukozesa omo ojja kukozesa n'ebintu ebirala ebintu ebyo bwoba oyoza amazzi gano mumala okwoza gamane gagenda mu stream eyo waliwo gagenda okutuuka nga waliyo abagakozesa emirimu egyewaka stream zino zituyambako okusengejja amazzi gano getukozesa negabeera mayonjo.
Fred Kasigwa, the Masindi Municipal Senior Environment Officer, says that they have held several sensitization campaigns with the locals on wetland conservation, but all in vain.
Kiragiro kino ki National Environment Act 2019 section 55 subsection 1E kikugamba busaho muntu wena akuikirizibwa kusisasiisa ebisaaru binu atayina okuikirizibwa mu buhandiki kuruga mu bebyo obusobozi inye kimukora kino kikusisasiisa ekisaaru ekyo kandi na nemigaso endi ya ruhanga yagihangire nkokuleta enjura nkokurolera ebyo buhangwa ate tukutamu tukasisasa niko tukurole obwire benani buhinduka enjura tekeriza mu bwire butwaginihiraga municipal council eteiroho ebikaro byo kogezebwamu emotoka bikumara okugenda bugenda mu bikaro ebyo hali biri no sababa kamubabe no yogeza emotoka yawe.
Now, away from that, Uganda's population has reached 45.9 million people, marking an increase of 11.3 million people since the last census in 2014. The Uganda Bureau of Statistics UBOS Executive Director Dr. Chris Mukiza announced these figures during the release of the preliminary Census 2024 results at the Serena Hotel in Kampala today. The event was graced by President Yoweri Kaguta Museveni, who welcomed the new data and praised the efforts of the UBOS in conducting the census. The census recorded 780,061 refugees within Uganda, highlighting the country's role in hosting displaced populations from neighboring regions. And now, the average household size is now reported to be 10,845,119. Breaking down the population by sex, the results show 22.5 million males and 23.4 million females, and Uganda continues to be the young nation with children aged 0 to 17 years making up to 50.5% of the population. Youth aged 18 to 30 years constitute 22.7%, while older persons aged 60 and above account for 5.0%. The working age population 16 to 64 years stands at 55.6%. In terms of urban population, Kampala remains the most populous city with a daily population of 627,340 visitors and 1,875,834 residents, with other significant urban centers including Imbarara with 63,318 visitors and 261,656 residents, and Gulu, which has 91,165 visitors and 232,723 residents.
You are still listening to KDR News Broadcast. This is the news on the international scene.
For the news on the international scene, Kenyan police have fired tear gas to disperse protesters in the capital, Nairobi, who have turned up to express their anger against the government and mourn people killed in earlier protests. Security forces, including the military, have been heavily deployed and roads are blocked around key buildings in the city. This comes 2 days after 22 people reportedly lost their lives in protests against tax hikes, which saw part of the parliament set alight. Yesterday, President William Ruto bowled to pressure and said he has withdrawn the finance bill containing the unpopular tax proposals. State agents have been accused of abducting hundreds of people linked to the protests. The state-funded Kenya National Commission says it has helped secure the release of more than 300 people illegally detained. The early night is 17 minutes past 8 p.m. As I wind up the newscast, a quick look on the top stories once more. UPDF officer arrested for shooting woman in Kibale. Police arrests 5 in connection to Kiegegwa family killing. 7 wetland encroachers arrested in Masindi, and police fire tear gas at renewed Kenya protests. That's it. My name is Deo Asiimwe. It is a Friday and we are almost heading to a weekend. Today is a Thursday. Yeah. I wish you the best of your night. And please don't forget to follow us. We are on Twitter, that is X, and then on YouTube, then Facebook, and on TikTok at KDR FM. Good night.
From all over the world, local, regional, national, and international, Kdr FM brings you all the stories. Kdr FM News, world's proudly sponsored by MTN.
You used to tell me that I don't make you happy. All that time you would be complaining. But baby, how come you never call me? But now with MTN, I have a daily voice bundle. I'll call you every day. Yeah, yo, baby, don't dolo. MTN voice bundle. Yeah, yo, baby, don't dolo. MTN voice bundle. Yeah, yo, baby, don't dolo.
MTN voice bundle neza bei dondoro okutera network zona tunga dakika 25 arshiringi 10 zonka nyigasta emwe not star ibiri emwe hash otoraneho daily bundle ninga kozesa my MTN app ogambe aha bei dondoro aha kuba kuturi kugamba hamwe twine kizibira MTN enkora n'obushosholeke nibikuratirwa MTN nerebero rw'ekitongole kya Uganda Communications Commission. Abati yansi malinyo tukabaikiriza kandi tuwagundamu na stampu ebyo bwijanja bikukora handwe yezi kwaukana malimuka kuguka baine ebyome bikukebera omubiri gwawe biketegereze kikuterebaniza kandi nibakeberera hanu so mutwaro